What's up, YouTube world? This is Steven again. It is currently 10:19 p.m. on May 10th of 2018, and this is once again something I've never done before. I would like to welcome you all to my first video game review. Today I'm going to be reviewing one out of the many of my favorite video game series ever, and if y'all don't know what that is, it is Fallout. And more specifically, today we are going to be talking about Fallout 4, the one for the Xbox One. I don't have a PS4, but this is one of my magnum opuses, or opi, or whatever the hell it is, for my Xbox One. This is, I'm like addicted to this game. So yeah, first of all, this is, if you have an Xbox One or a PS4 or a PC, this is a must-buy. So, let's go ahead and get into the review. There's going to be some major spoilers, so if you haven't played the game and you want to play the game, leave now. If you're still here, that's your fault. Here we go. So, first, the way you start off the game is, you're in the bathroom getting ready for this military ball or, military, like, speech that you're going to give at this military ball or something like that, or award ceremony, or something similar. But yeah, you're getting ready for this military event, I guess, coming up, and that's where you create your character. And the cool thing about this is it's gender friendly, I guess is the way to put it. So you can be a guy or a girl in this game. So it's very gender friendly, I guess, and that's where you create your character. And the way that you get your special points, as they call them, S is strength, P is perception, E is endurance, I is I gotta go C. C is charisma, I is intelligence, A is agility, and L is luck. The way you get your special points is there's a book in your infant son's room, and your son's name is Sean, and you get the book, and then you add the points, however many you want to add, to build up your special. So that's how you get your special points. And actually, no, I take that back. A door-to-door salesman selling invitations inside of the main vault in this video game, Vault 111, gets all your information, and that's where you get your special points. So my mistake about that. So this is where you enter in your name, your special, and different things about yourself, stuff like that. And then no matter how it goes, you're automatically in the vault, by the way. So if you decline or you accept, there's a certain way that goes where you can get an invitation, where you and your wife and your son all get an invitation inside the vault. So that's how you get into Vault 111. Not even a couple minutes later, there's like an advertisement on the TV where there's nuclear detonation, nuclear war about to happen, and then automatically you and your family gotta get to Vault 111 right away. So while you're in Vault 111, you're introduced to different stuff and everything, and then a couple minutes later, you go into these cryopods, and what they do is that the experimentation, I should say, in Vault 111 is they freeze you for years and years. And that's their experimentation. And years later, go about maybe 200 years later, they open up the vault that your wife and son, or husband and son, are in, depending on which gender you pick. And they get your infant son, and since that person who's in the vault resists, they get shot to death. Pretty messed up stuff, huh? And they get shot by a man named Kellogg. So, the person dies, they take away their son, and then maybe a few more years later, you exit the cryopod somehow, and you pretty much, it's self-explanatory from there. You go through a trip in the wasteland to find your infant son, Sean, and find Kellogg, get all the information he knows, kill him, and just try and find your son, Sean, throughout the Commonwealth of Boston. So now that I got through the main storyline of the game, I want to get to a few things that I liked and disliked. Uh, One main new thing in Fallout that they haven't had in any of the other Fallout video games is you actually get the opportunity to build different things. Yeah, they have a settlement building, I guess, like new like setup or whatever, that you get to build different settlements and build different things inside of certain settlements and stuff like that, which I thought was pretty cool. That was a cool add-on. Um, Now I want to get to the factions. This is very similar to Fallout New Vegas, not where you get to gamble. You don't get to gamble in this, unfortunately. But where the setup is okay. So there's 4 different factions in Fallout New Vegas, and those factions are Yes Man, Mr. House, the NCR, and Caesar's Legion. The factions in this, and there's 4, are the Minutemen, the Brotherhood of Steel, the Railroad, and the Institute. Now, I've beaten this game 4 times, and I've beaten it with all 4 factions. I beat it with the Institute first, then the Railroad, then the Brotherhood of Steel, then the Minutemen. I wanted to save the Minutemen for last because they're my favorite faction in this video game, and they're actually the very first faction that you meet in this video game. And you meet them in, I want to say, Concord, and they go to where you live, which is Sanctuary Hills, and they try and build from the ground up from there. And I'd say that's the main good faction in this video game. The main bad faction, I would say, is the Institute. And the surprising thing is, when you go to the Institute, this is where you meet your son, Sean. However, he's an older man at this point, because once he was out of the cryopods, he started to age and age and age. Whereas when you were in the cryopod and you were frozen, you don't age at all because you're frozen. So even though he's your son, you end up looking a lot younger than he does. So that's when you finally meet him. And the order that you meet these factions in are the Minutemen, the Brotherhood of Steel, the Railroad, and the Institute. And that's another thing I liked about that. Another thing I liked about this is I loved Diamond City, by the way. I liked how they remade Fenway Park into Diamond City. Boston isn't even close to my favorite baseball team. It's actually probably my least favorite baseball team. The Boston Red Sox are probably my least favorite baseball team. But I do like how they remade Fenway Park into Diamond City. That was really cool. I liked that. Another thing I like that you weren't able to do in different Fallout video games is, if you get a partner of the opposite sex, you actually get a chance to romance with them. And my favorite companion, I would say, female companion, I would say, is probably Piper. She's hot, by the way. But yeah, I would say probably my favorite female companion is Piper, and then what the hell is that Irish girl's name? Shit, I forget her name. It'll dawn upon me eventually when I'm doing this video. But yeah, Kate. That's her name. The Irish girl's name. The Irish girl's name is Kate. And what I like about these companions is they pretty much tell you about their life, especially, and what they've been going through and stuff like that. So, what else do I like about this game? Another thing I really liked about this game, there's no level cap. I loved that, because in Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3, you have a level cap, and it's 30. This has no level cap, and I loved that. And I want to come up with some good ways to level up in this game. Some good ways to level up. One of the easiest ways to level up is just find new areas on the map. I mean, you'll get 22 experience points at the lowest for finding new locations on the map for your Pip-Boy. That's one of the easiest ways to get experience points. Another easy way, of course, killing enemies, killing creatures, completing main quests, completing side quests, stuff like that. And I want to get to perks that I find very useful. Fortune Finder, that is good if you want to find extra caps. Locksmith, lockpicking of course. Hacker, hacking into terminals, that's a gimme. I'll get to my most favorite in a second, but I want to try and think of some others that'll be useful. Toughness. That'll increase your defense by 10% every single time you level up. So you have a defensive increase by 50% once you hit maximum capacity on toughness. What else? Gunslinger is really good. Oh, you can also increase your special when you level up. You can put a star under any special once you level up, and that is something that you weren't able to do in any of the other Fallout video games. Was increase your special. Once you put some points in your special, that's it. Unless maybe you add it to a perk that could increase one special. But I mean, other than that, that's it. But if you level up, you can increase one of your specials by 1 each time you level up, if you want. What else? Let's see. I think another was strong back or something back for strength. And this allows you to carry 10 more pounds each time you level up. Trying to think of some others. Some useless ones. Lead Belly, useless. Aqua Boy / Aqua Girl, useless. Vans, useless. Oh, you have a chance to pacify enemies, and the perk for that is either Pacify or Pacifier or something like that. But you get a chance to pacify enemies, and that goes under Charisma. Now I'm going to get to my main favorite perk, and that is when you get to level 5 under Luck, get this early in the game, and that perk, and this is going to be funny how it sounds, is Idiot Savant. Get that perk. You'll have the opportunity to get extra experience points once that Idiot Savant comes up and does that stupid goofy ass laugh. But the best way to get this perk to work is you need a really low intelligence level on your special. But the thing is, I don't want to have mine any lower than 4, because in order to get the Hacker perk, you need to have an intelligence level of at least 4 in this game. So I wouldn't get it any higher than 4, but you don't want it any lower than 4 in order to hack into different terminals. So you want that Hacker perk, but you don't want it any higher. I wouldn't put it any higher than 5, honestly, but I have it at 4. Actually, no, I do have it at 5 because I found an intelligence bobblehead when I went further in the game somewhere. And another great way, another cool thing I like about this is you get to find bobbleheads. You get to find different magazines and stuff. And that's another cool thing I like about this video game. Trying to think of some other stuff. Can't think of anything else. Now I'm going to get to the things I don't like. And the main things I don't like are about the building setup when you do this. You have certain limits of where you can scrap different items, which I hate. And say, for example, okay, I'm going to use this bottle for example. Okay, say this bottle is a tree, and the building limits are like this, and the bottle is like this. So this part of the bottle is in, but this part of the bottle right here is out of the building limits. Even if it's like 3/4 of the way inside of the building limits and 1/4 of the way outside of the building limits, you can't scrap it because part of it is outside of the building limits. I cannot stand that. Another thing I don't like about the building is you cannot build as high as you want. It will, if you build as high as you can, it'll take you out of the building area and lock you out of the workshop that you're in that settlement. So you can't build as high as you want. You can build high, but you can't build as high as you want, and I can't stand that. What else? I'm trying to think of what else. that I like or dislike about this game. Not really anything else. I want to familiarize you guys with some of the enemies. Of course, Rad Scorpions, Death Claws, they all make a return. All those make a return. Synths are new things, and they're pretty much Institute slaves, and that's another reason why I don't like the Institute, because they make synths their slaves pretty much. What else? Gunners. I don't know if I said gunners yet or not. Those are new. The gunners are new. Oh yeah, raiders. How can I forget raiders? They make a return. Blood bugs. Those are new. Can't stand those things, by the way, especially when they get close to the screen. Those things freak me out. Sting wings are new. Bloat flies make a return. Assaultrons are new, and I cannot stand these fuckers. These things are way overpowered, and if they hit you with that orange gamma ray, you're fucked. Yao Guai makes a return. What else? Mole rats make a return. Rad roaches make a return. Another thing I noticed about this is the more south you go in the map, the tougher the enemies are. You're going to run into more gunners. You're going to run into more Mirelurks make a return, by the way. You run into Assaultrons. You run into Mirelurks, Mirelurk Kings, Gunners, Death Claws, especially if you get into the Glowing Sea. The Glowing Sea is riddled with blood bugs, sting wings, Rad Scorpions especially, Death Claws. If you go to the Glowing Sea, which is in the southwestern portion of the map, either wear power armor or wear a hazmat suit. And if you wear a hazmat suit around that area, you're kind of fucked because you don't have any defense. Oh, and you can carry less if you don't have power armor. So, that's it. I don't want to spoil the entire storyline for you guys, so I'm just going to let you play. So, with that being said, on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, Fallout 4 is getting a 4.5 from me. If it wasn't for those little bugs that it could fix in the settlement building and maybe 1 or 2 other things, I would have given it a 5. But for right now, Fallout 4 is getting a 4.5 from me. I gotta look at my video game stash and figure out another video game review that I can do, because I really like doing these videos for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this review on Fallout 4. If you want to see some more of my videos, and if you liked what you saw in this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and comment below, and let you guys know, and let me know what y'all think, what y'all thought about Fallout 4, and what y'all thought about my game review. And if you want to see me do more, be glad to do more. And I'll see you guys next time with another video. This is Steven signing out.